Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Silke. And good day to everyone who is watching the recording or who is maybe in Asia or in Australia. So today it's another day that we're going to sketch to do the Inktober challenge, and yeah, I'm very excited about this one. Um, I will show you in a minute why. um, However, maybe if you have followed my summer sketching retreat, you know why I'm so excited about this one because I have already done this sketch once. Okay, for people who don't know me, oh guys, so good to see you. You did. So sad. Oh, good. Um, I'm Julia Henze, an artist, urban sketcher, art teacher, and your guide on this Inktober challenge. I'm also the founder of Brave Brush Studio, a supportive community where amateur artists like you can learn how to paint, to draw, and have fun and grow together. Uh, we have classes on watercolor, gouache, markers, and ink. We have also classes on people sketching, vehicles, urban sketching, about proportions, how to use colors, and all these things. And the most beautiful, most important thing, maybe for what we have in Brave Brushes, is that the information, all these classes are very structured. So you don't need to look for something that for the structure. It's already beautifully structured. So you have a roadmap and you can use it to grow in a very natural way. And only during this October month, we have 15% off the monthly subscription and 10% off the 3 month subscription. So if you want to improve your sketching skills or drawing painting skills, go to bravebrushes.com and become a member. And I see you all coming into the chat, and it's so good to see you guys. It's amazing on this Sunday morning or afternoon for some of you. Yeah, it's really great. Okay, so let me turn on my camera and I will show you why this sketch, why this today's reference is so fun to do for me today. Because I have already done it before, and if you watched my um, a workshop at summer sketching retreat, then you know that this was my topic, sketching with colored pencils, and yeah, I really loved doing it, and I thought it would be a good idea to try to do the same sketch with different materials. And yeah, so today, no colors, no colored pencils. It will be probably a little bit more difficult to create the depth in the sketch. But yeah, I think it's a good challenge. And as for materials, I'm going to use only black pens. I will use this Ellington fountain pen, the brush pen for the frame and for adding some shadows. And I also have this. Let me get rid of this drawing before I ruin it. And this brush pen, it's a little bit different. I will try to create some textures for the grass with it and see how it will work. So different materials, all black. You can use, of course, whatever you want. Colors, if you want to use colors, you can use colors. If you don't want to use colors, you just go ahead and no, you can't rewatch it. I think I'm not sure. It wasn't my own retreat. It was Peggy Dean's retreat. So it was in the summer, and I don't think you can watch it. But maybe, who knows? I will. Oh, by the way, next month in Brave Brushes we will have colored pencils as a theme, as a topic. So I'm pretty much sure that this house will be one of the tutorials. And last announcement, guys, don't forget to sign up for this sketching retreat, another sketching retreat, not in the summer, but the sketching retreat, David Dressel's sketching retreat that is coming next week, I guess. It's for free. You can join and you can watch my tutorial with this house and another 50 tutorials from really, really cool artists, very talented artists that I really admire. Okay, let's start. Let's start sketching. Let me see in the chat. We don't have that much tutorials on colored pencils yet, but the next month will be all about colored pencils. So who knows? Maybe it will start with very easy exercises. So you will learn techniques. You will learn how to use colored pencils in the best way, and also draw something like this house. Okay, let's start. We're already so late. Okay, I start with a frame again. Yeah, and I put, by the way, I put again a sheet of paper. This is just drawing paper, but because I had some spots here, and I wanted to work with this black pens, and this stains were not black, were I don't, yeah, the green and or orange one. So I put some other paper here, and it's very smooth, so it will be very nice to draw on it. And I just draw this house with simple shapes. Let me see, maybe a little bit longer. Don't care that much about proportions. It's not about that today. It's more about, it's all about having fun, of course, but it's also about yeah, just sketching, just trying out different techniques, different materials. Even if we all draw, or most of us draw with inks, you have different ways to work with inks, of course, different materials to use. Let me see. I made the house a little bit too big, I think, but okay, no worries. And here we have this smaller roof, and just draw what I see. There is nothing special, I think. It's just, yeah, maybe here, the window I see here, I don't draw it as a very old, and it's abandoned house, I think. Nobody lives there. I guess, I'm not sure. But there is no glass in the window, so I guess it's not a house where people would like to live. Okay, here also we can create a suggestion of people live there. Maybe like it was a few years ago. Here we can add this part, and in my other sketch, this red part was quite important. This red shed, or I don't know what it is, building was quite important because it's red, and I wanted to have more red in my picture. Here it's less important, so it will be also much smaller. Just add some textures to it to create a little bit more interest here, like this. And the water and the, let me see, it should be on the same level when we draw water, for example. The bottom should be on the same level, otherwise it looks really weird. And we can add some textures, actually with a thinner, I want to do it with a thinner line, with thinner lines, so I use the back side of my pen for that. And if you don't have a fountain pen, you can also use a thinner fine liner, also an option. So usually you use thicker lines in the foreground and thicker lines in the foreground and thinner lines in the background. That's how we can create more depth in the picture, in our sketch. And here add some textures on the roof. And yes, I see a bicycle here. Maybe it's a nice detail to add to the sketch. And now let's add the textures to the house, to the walls, because it's a wooden house, and we want to show all this, or not all all these blanks, and we want to show the texture here. It's quite important, and it also adds more interest to the sketch when you, some details are not very important, but a detail like this, like to show that it's a wooden house and not or maybe it's you want to add bricks to it and create a suggestion of a brick house. brick walls, then you can also do it. But if we leave it white, then nobody knows what texture it is, or maybe yeah, it looks boring anyway without textures. I think that is boring. And here on this side some lines for the textures. Of course it's better to draw them on the same level, but if they are not perfectly on the same level, that's not a very big problem, I think. Okay, so here let's add some textures to the water. We can't use colors to suggest the water, so we need to do something else, like adding textures. Okay, yeah, I think it already looks like a very nice house. Not in the views yet, but we will first, at least I will first add shadows here under the roof, and I don't think I will follow all the shadows I see here, because there is also a very large shadow on this side, and with colored pencils it looked quite nice and interesting, but if I add such a large shadow here, I don't think it would look that good. So I can choose to do it in a different way. Here, just add shorter, smaller shadows than I see in the reference. Again, artistic interpretation. And here. Let me see. Yeah, I made this roof very different than it is in the reference, but I don't think it's a problem. Sometimes you just so get carried away and then you draw something weird, but I think it looks quite nice. I mean, nobody would think, oh, that's a very different house. Okay, so yeah, let's try to add some textures with this a little bit weird brush. And first I want to try it out again, just because I don't use it that much. And I need to practice just a little bit for the how much pressure do I need to use for it. Yeah, I think I can do it. So I just add some suggestions of grass, maybe plants. I don't draw exactly what I see. It's also just impossible with this brush. Maybe add some shadows here and there, and also more plants. Yeah, this way we can create depth in our sketch. Maybe I will use my fountain pen to add some suggestions. I don't even see something like this in the foreground, but I think it could be there. And I just want to create a little bit more interest in the foreground as well. Maybe here. And yeah, I don't want to add too many textures. Actually, let me see, maybe a little bit more on this side, but I don't want to have them everywhere, because negative space like this, so white space, is something that also creates more interest in our sketches. If we do everything the same, then it will look boring. That's what happens then. So we will add more stuff on one side and less on the other, and this way we create a composition. Or maybe just a few things on this side. I don't know. Sometimes it's also difficult to stop, but I think it's a better idea just to do that before I start to ruin my artwork, to ruin my sketch. Yeah, I think it looks quite cool. And yeah, I think I'm done. I'm very happy about this one. It's not the same as the colored sketch, but I think they are both, yeah, interesting and lovely in their own. Thank you, Bianca. I know you love black. Yeah, they are both quite cool, right? In a different way. Okay, I will turn my camera around, and yeah, I'm very curious about your materials that you used for this sketch, and is it colorful maybe, or is it black as mine? Let me know in the comments what you used for this sketch and how it turned out. Both look good. Thank you, Helen. Thank you. Yeah, I think they are both great. So you can see that you can use different materials for different sketches, and I would recommend you, if you like a reference a lot and you think, yeah, I want to practice more with this. With this reference, I would suggest using different materials for that. You can, for example, use watercolor for one sketch, and colored pencils for the other version, and also ink or maybe fine liners for also ink, by the way, for the Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Thank you, Belle. Just Black, love this one. Black. Okay, guys, I really love I really love you experimenting with different materials. I know that some of you follow me in this with these tutorials, and some others do their own thing, and I see so many really cool interpretations of my references, and it's also very inspiring for myself, because I think, oh, this is also a good idea to use colors like this, or use these materials. It's all really inspiring, and I hope also for you, um, for your as sketchers, I mean, as fellow sketchers, it should be also inspiring for you. Okay, so that's all for today. Again, 26 minutes. Um, I see you tomorrow. Don't forget to use the hashtag Julia Henze underscore Inktober if you post it on Instagram. And yeah, so have a good Sunday. Bye bye, guys.